There has never been a stronger video game rivalry than that of Mario and Sonic. But despite first crossing over in the original Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, most fans see Sonic's inclusion in Smash Bros. As the proper truce between these two icons. So today, let's take a look at the design and moveset history of the Blue Blur himself.
Sonic!
Even though he made his first Smash appearance in Brawl, Sonic was actually almost about to make it into Melee. No, I'm serious. Despite all the hoaxes you might have seen, Sonic was originally planned as a playable character. When asked about it, former Sonic lead programmer Yuji Naka said, quote, "It was very close, but time constraints did not allow us to continue with the idea. Sonic's animations such as his ledge cheater, crouch, and jump are all obviously taken from his game series, but a lot of his moves actually come from more obscure and or overlooked entries in his franchise. You see, Smash Bros. Wasn't Sonic's first time in a fighting game. In fact, he actually had his own title in the form of the arcade game Sonic the Fighters, which was remastered for home consoles in 2012. Lo and behold, a huge portion of his moves in Smash Bros. Come directly from this game. To start things off, you have his basic attack combo, 2 punches and a kick, which resembles Sonic's basic combo in Sonic the Fighters. His side tilt is a 2-foot back kick called the donkey kick. His down tilt is a leg sweep known as the leg throw. His side smash charges up and unleashes the wind-up punch, and his down smash in Brawl is based on the spiral spin. There's also a couple of moves that seem heavily inspired by Sonic the Fighters, but are just different enough to maybe just be coincidences. For example, there's his forward aerial that makes Sonic perform a spinning headbutt. This closely resembles a technique called the Emerald Dive that Sonic can only activate when he's in the souped up hyper mode. Obviously, there's the main difference of Sonic's arms, but many fans are convinced that these are the exact same move. It can also be argued that Sonic's back aerial is based on his drop kick, and his down throw is based on the head spin throw attack. There's also his neutral aerial, which resembles the air spin technique. Personally though, I think this move might have been inspired by this move, which first appeared in Sonic 3. It's gone by many names over the years, such as the spin attack and wind attack, but I much prefer its original name, the Insta Shield. Now let's move on to a mostly forgotten game, Sonic Battle. It's a Smash Bros.-esque party fighter for the Game Boy Advance that took itself pretty seriously. Sonic Battle introduced us to Emerald, a robot who's able to copy the fighting style of other characters. Bam! When Emerald copies a move, you can manually select the ones you want to kind of mix and match. Call it Burger King, because you can have him your way. Is that still their slogan? Anyway, each move that Emerald picks up is turned into a card, giving us a great breakdown to look into for Smash. Sonic's down aerial comes from the Sonic Rocket, his forward throw is the top kick, and while lots of people think that his up tilt is the skip kick from Sonic the Fighters, I think it more closely resembles Sonic Battle's shadow kick. Moving on to his specials, they seem to be a case of blue balls at first. I mean, look, they all seem to be the exact same move. That's boring, right? Well, maybe, but there's actually quite a bit of history to all of them. Let's start off with Sonic's standard special, the homing attack. This move first appeared in Sonic Adventure to recreate the feeling of bouncing on enemies in his original games, but now in a 3D space. However, there was a similar attack in Sonic 3D Blast that Sonic could perform when using the golden shield called the Blast Attack. This is thought to be a direct precursor to the homing attack, which is why I'm mentioning it to you now. One of the custom variations on this move, though, is called the Stomp, where Sonic rockets to the ground. This move actually first appeared in Sonic Unleashed and is a somewhat staple of the modern Sonic games. His down and side specials are both based on variations of Sonic's famous Spindash, with the down being akin to the 2D Spindash, where the player has to press the button to manually charge it, and the side is more like the 3D and Sonic CD Spindash, where it charges simply by holding the button. However, the side special has a custom variation called the Burning Spindash. This is based on the Flame Somersault from Sonic Adventure 2. Speaking of, Sonic's dash attack resembles the dash spin from Sonic the Fighters, but with an added kick, which I think looks like a standard non-fire somersault from Sonic Adventure 2. Of course, Sonic's only non-ball special is his up special, the Spring. These things have been around since the very first Sonic game, but were slightly redesigned in Sonic Adventure. What we see in Smash Bros. Is the classic Spring, but with the modern design. It's a nice way to tie the old in with the new. Now, let's end things off with Sonic's final smash, Super Sonic. This super form is achieved by using the Chaos Emeralds, but even though they've been around since the original Sonic, the Supersonic form wasn't introduced until Sonic 2. Of course, it's hard not to notice that Super Sonic and the Super Saiyans from Dragon Ball Z share similar design cues, you know, with the yellow fur, energy glow, spiked hair, and the fact that there's 7 Chaos Emeralds and 7 Dragon Balls. However, though I've seen people claiming all over the internet that Yuji Naka states that Super Sonic was inspired by the Super Saiyans, I have not found the supposed statement anywhere. The best I could find is a transcript from an old interview where Naka was asked if he heard any comments about Super Sonic from Dragon Ball Cruz creator Akira Toriyama. Though considering that the Super Saiyan form first appeared in April of 1991 in chapter 317 of Dragon Ball Z, and that Sonic 2 started development in November of 1991, I can say that yes, it's very possible that Supersonic is an homage to Dragon Ball. Let's put this to rest once and for all. But that's all I've got for today. If you like this video, then please consider subscribing, or click that little eye in the corner of the screen for more Smash history. Personally, I'd recommend our recent video on Corrin. I think he's a pretty overlooked character, and it's actually a pretty good video, so I'd appreciate it if you give that a watch. Okay, thanks. Bye.